Hi and welcome to the channel. In this video we will see and compare almost every type of external controller you can connect to your smartphone to extend the gaming capabilities. The most affordable option if you already have a PlayStation or Xbox controller is a simple clip that can be attached to the controller to support the phone. A similar gamepad feeling can be obtained using a Type-C gamepad since it uses the same button distribution as the Xbox controller. Some mobile gaming brands like RedMagic also have a dedicated gamepads to be used only in a RedMagic device. There is another universal solution that consists into getting a left-hand controller only to map key buttons. Let's analyze first the dedicated RedMagic controllers. In this case, I have a couple of units to see if I can replicate the experience I could get in a Nintendo Switch. The controllers are a bit smaller with a similar weight and include a couple of extra buttons. The feeling though is not as premium as the Nintendo Joy-Cons. Also, we need to consider that the Joy-Con stick button can be pressed. Meanwhile, this is not possible with the RedMagic gamepads. Now let's analyze the connectivity and the software. As mentioned before, we need to have a RedMagic device in order to pair them via Bluetooth. The process is quite easy and there is a dedicated interface on the gaming mode to do it. After the process is completed, you just need to make sure what is the direction of each gamepad to use it accordingly. This solution is very minimal but requires to have a special RedMagic case to attach both controllers. Now let's see how this works in a game such as Fortnite. For the left controller, I will only map the triggers to point the gun and to shoot plus the stick button to move the character. The right controller will be only used to move the camera. Everything seems to work fine with the left controller. I can point, shoot, and move my character. Unfortunately, the camera movement with my right controller does not work properly since there is barely precision and movement is too aggressive. So, as you can see, the results in a direct battle will end really bad. As a conclusion, this is not a good solution for games that require camera movements, but what we can do is to use only one controller. And our right hand will be in charge to move the camera directly touching the screen. Since we have a RedMagic device, there is also the right trigger map to shoot. This is definitely a good solution and will allow us to customize the experience in almost every type of Android game. If we are only considering a left controller, the alternative is a dedicated gamepad. This is the Wasp 2 Pro from the brand Flydigi, and has interesting features such as a metallic pink to press a back button more comfortably. Overall, the built-in quality is superior if we compare it with the RedMagic controller, and in this case, the stick can be pressed. The connection is done via Bluetooth as well, and you need to download their official app to pair the device. Since we need to open the developer mode and enable USB and wireless debugging, some games won't let us play. You can see that it happens as well in Fortnite. This is very unfortunate, and I had to restart everything to make it work. Once in the game, there is a Flydigi button that allows us to the mapping options. The pointing and shooting feeling is pretty similar, but since the stick build quality is superior, it gives an extra premium feeling when running in the game. Our third option to have an external controller will require an Xbox or PlayStation Gamepad. Remember that since Android 10, it is possible to pair the console controllers using a Bluetooth connection, and the system recognizes it as a controller. We need to make sure that the clip is compatible with our controller, since the buttons might be in a different position and we do not want it to press something accidentally. A modern smartphone, it is quite heavy with more than 200 grams, so even if it is decently attached, since our hands sustain the gamepad very close to each other, the overall feeling is that this solution might be a bit complex to be used for a long gaming session. But the gaming feeling is positive, and we can use every button without having to do anything, and the input lag is barely noticeable. If we want to make sure that input lag is zero, we need to use a wired connection that a Type-C handheld can provide. We reviewed this controller in another video that you can find in this channel, and the experience is almost excellent. The weight distribution is more balanced, and same as it happens with the Xbox controller, if the game supports auto mapping, we don't have to do anything else rather than play. So in my personal opinion, I think that a Type-C controller is the best solution you can get if you want to get an external controller. Position number 2 is for the clip. It is cheap and very convenient if you already have a console gamepad. My bronze medal is for the left handheld, since the construction materials feels very premium, but you might experience problems with some games. Finally, the fourth position would be using the two RedMagic gamepads, since I don't think it makes a lot of sense for most of the games. But if we are only using it, I might consider it for the bronze or silver medal, since it is very portable and convenient if you have a RedMagic device. Please do let me know what do you think about it on the comments section. I want to hear your experiences and see if you have used any other type of external controller. Also remember that if you like content about gaming phones, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you on the next video.